And today we're acting to It Can Happen Anywhere. I already know what it is, bro. Another great story by the greatest storyteller on YouTube. I'm stamping that. Shout out Bill Fees. He binge all the videos on this channel. And we about to have a great time. Sit back, chill, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy while you on the road, you know what I'm saying? While you just doing what you doing, man. Let's get to the video. I'll lay out, bro. Y'all already know what it is. Let the door.
What up though, y'all? It's your boy Bill. I got one for y'all today. As you can see, the title say it can happen anywhere. Before we get into that, make money, not excuses. Y'all know how we do. This the shirt. I'm getting ready.
I don't know if he's still selling merch. Make sure if he is, keep, you know what I'm saying, rock with bruh. You know what I'm saying? But I know this is a 3-year-old video, so I don't know if y'all had that already.
Alright. It can happen anywhere. I'm gonna tell y'all this story about this guy named Unc, this old school guy. He was real cool. He was known around the prison. He was pretty much known for fighting. He will use the ratchet every now and then if he really had to, but he was more so of a fighter. But the fighting really isn't even what he was known for. He was just known because he had been there at that specific prison for so long. You see what I'm saying? He had been there, I think, at this one prison for like 18 years. He had been locked up, I think, pushing.
Niggas be saying these numbers, bro. 18 years. 18 years. You might as well, that's one of them situations where it's like, nigga, do you even, like, if you have the choice, do you even get out? I mean, I guess, yeah, but like, who is waiting for you still? 18 years have gone by. Who's waiting on you, bro? I watched Castaway yesterday, the movie with Tom Hanks when he gets stuck at sea. And 4 years went, he was on the island in the movie for 4 years, bro. And the world, like they supposed to, the world moved on without him. Thought he was dead. His woman got married. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And it was like, he's gone. 18? Man, the amount of people I knew 18 years ago, I'm 27 now. Sorry, I'm not good at quick math, y'all. Oh, shit. I was 9 years old, actually. Nigga. Like, the people from when I was 9, I don't even know what I was doing at 9. In this moment, if I think about it, I would have to sit here and really think, like, what was I doing at 9? To think about all them people or who it was that I knew. I don't know.
30 years. Unc was 62 years old.
Damn.
He was in decent shape. He used to go out there and play basketball.
And he was in prison for 30 years.
Waves, spinning.
30. He was in prison for 30 years. He's been at that spot for 18. Nigga, 30? Yeah, bro. You might as well be there forever. Nobody's waited on you. You're done.
And so one day he get to fighting with a dude that was affiliated. This dude had a little pull. He had a little say-so at the prison. Now, I didn't witness the fight with my own 2 eyes, but I was in the dorm. I was probably about 5 or 6 rooms down from it. But I think Unc pretty much got the best of him. Dude was a young dude, probably like 28, 27, 28. The dude he got to fighting with. But when the reason I say I think Unc got the best of him because when Unc came out the room, he came out making noise. He was like, yeah, y'all young can't with me. He was like, you half my age and you can't with me. I'm 62 years old and you can't with me. You know, stuff like that. So
62
I looked down
years
there,
old.
dude didn't come out the room. Now, when they went down there to fight, it was all kind of people ran down there trying to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Now, back in my immature days, I probably would have done that. But at that point, I had already knew better. Don't do that, because that's how you get caught up in stuff that ain't even got nothing to do with you. So, later on that night, they put Unc on the door. Now, I told y'all what that means, but for the people who don't know what it means to get put on the door, that basically means you finna take all your property and leave out this dorm or else. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I didn't see them pushing up on Unc or whatever, but when I was coming out my room, I seen him walking across the floor. He had all of his property, big old bundles of stuff inside of his blanket, and he had it over his shoulder. Excuse me. And he was walking to the door. He said whatever he said to the officer, and she let him straight out. So, yeah, they put him on the door. Now, at that particular prison, when you go to the hole, you got to do at least 30 days in the hole. It don't matter if you get put on the door. It don't matter what happened. You got to do at least 30 days in the hole. So Unc went to the hole. Probably about 2 or 3 days later, I end up going to the hole. So I went to the hole about something didn't even have nothing to do with me. It was some people got to fighting. The prison got a bunch of raggedy, toe-up cameras. And they came in and locked us down because some people was fighting. And then when they did their investigation, they came and took me and like 2 other people that really was fighting to the hole, talking about they seen me on camera fighting. You know, I was just like, all right, bro, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They asked
That's
me why
bogus
I was
as hell.
I wasn't fighting nobody. We seen you on the camera. No, you did not. So they like, all right, you gonna tell us why y'all fighting what? So I'm just like, whatever, bro. Let's just go to the hole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna say, no, that wasn't me. It ain't even that serious. You know what I'm saying? So I could do 30 days. So after 30, I think I got out after 31 days. They sent me to another dorm. Now the dorm that I went to, I know some people in here, but I'm just not cool with nobody in here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in there minding my business, walking laps. That's one thing I used to always do. It seemed like it helped me think, and it kind of make time go by quicker. I just used to walk laps all the time around the dorm. So I see Unc come out one of the rooms. So I'm like, Unc? So he like, see, man? So I'm like, oh, man, what's up, man? When you got over here? So Unc was like, he been in the dorm for like 2 days already. So me and Unc go to, you know, just talking, chopping it up like on a daily thing, like, cause we just was in another dorm with each other. So, like I say, I'm cool with some people in this dorm, but, you know, I'm just talking to Unc. It's like we more familiar.
I'm on it.
So Unc started talking to me about the law library. He was telling me how he be going up there, how he said for like the past 10 years he been studying the prison law. And you know,
I'm sorry, bro, but it's over with. They forgot about you, bro. 30 years you been in this mother life. They forgot about you, bro. I feel you. Do your thing. Do you pass the time, but you know, man, you here. You here. Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back again. And I've been putting a lot of people on to this program called Free Cash for a while now. Check out one of my supporters that had the biggest payout that I've seen yet from all the DMs y'all have sent. And I promise you, they've been hitting me up saying that they've tried it and it's worked. They've been getting cashed out, and I love to hear that because it genuinely actually works. And don't think I have not been seeing y'all's comments saying things like it doesn't work, Dior supporting a finesse, they're trying to take your data, and it's not true at all. And the fact that y'all would think that I would even put that on a video to get y'all finessed is wild to me. But hey, first off, Free Cash does not sell your data. They strictly track your progress to make sure you can get paid. Only sign up with an email and password and give no personal information. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. Here's how it goes. You sign up through my link, and inside you see a list of apps and games. Download them, play, and beat the levels that they tell you. That's the key. You got to complete the requirement. And once you hit the level, the system credits your account. And every time you finish, you get real money. Cash out to your PayPal or get a gift card, while it also being free of charge. The games pay Free Cash to get new players, and Free Cash just shares the money with y'all for trying it out. It may take a little time to get a huge payout, but if you're gonna be on your phone playing games anyway, you might as well make $5 to $10 doing the same thing. I don't want to hold y'all any longer, and I hope I've cleared up some things if you've been sitting on the fence. Hit the link, try a few games, and then DM me. Let me know that you've been winning, actually getting your money. Like I showed y'all earlier, bro made $1,000 off of Free Cash. I'm not promising that's gonna happen every day for y'all, but the fact that there's a possibility for doing something that y'all already do should really be all the convincing that you need, bro.
The Georgia law, not even just the prison, and how he, you know, he pretty much like got a lot of stuff accomplished by the law, and he had life without the possibility of parole at first. That means you not never getting out. Don't even think
let me
about
shut my ass up.
But he said since he been going to the law library and he done got himself together, he filed, you know, so many like motions to the court, and he said his case had so many loopholes in it, he got the without possibility part dropped off. So at that moment, he only had life, which is a minimum of 30 years before you become eligible in the state of Georgia. So he had already been locked up like 30-some years. So he was like, man, this next motion I file, I'm going to go home, bro. They're going to give me time served and let me go home.
Shit.
So I'm like, that what's up? He said he just...
I like to hear it.
So he was trying to talk to me about my case. So I'm like, bro, I done pretty much already pled guilty. It ain't no sense in me trying to... I don't got a life sentence. But he like, bro, that don't matter. He like, it's still a lot of stuff you can do. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to the law library with him one day. Now, the library is like this. When you walk outside your dorm, you on the walk. It's concrete, and then it's a fence that separates you from the yard. That's like when they call us and let us go outside and run around or whatever. That's called the yard. So it's a gate that separates that. So you walk up the concrete, and once you get up there by the administration buildings, like at the top of the building, you will see names: medical, administration, counseling, library on the top of the building. So you go into the library one, and it's just like a regular library. It's a desk right here as soon as you walk in, but instead of it being a librarian behind the desk, it's an officer. And against the wall, they got a bunch of computers for people who want to look up legal cases. You can't get on the internet. It's like they got their own internet set up where you can only search.
I need to know what Unc would lock up for.
If you try to like type in Facebook, it's just not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna go to it. In the middle of the library, you got like 3 big tables with chairs all around it, and then behind that, well, on the side of that is like a little podium set up where you could search certain stuff, and behind that is a whole bunch of tall shelves with books everywhere. So, okay, so me and Unc, we going to the law library. Now, they let you go to the library like once a week for the regular library. If you just want to go check out a book, you could go once a week. But for the law library, you can go twice a week. So they call it out during the blocks. First block, second block, third block. First block is 7 a.m., second block is 11 a.m., third block is 1 p.m. The block is basically like, if I say I'm going to the library, and I got me a little library pass, I just had to sign up for it. It's a paper they hang on the wall. You just sign your name on it, what day, and then they'll have you set up for it. So on the day that you set up for it, the officer will come in the dorm at 7 a.m. and be like, first block. And then if you know your name on the list, you just go. Or second block, third block, whatever it is they call it. So we started going like twice a week. And he really was teaching me a lot of stuff about the law. But he wasn't directly just teaching me like talking everything, because he working on his own. Yeah. But he like pointed me in the right direction and was like, look, if you're looking for armed robbery in the state of Georgia, this is the case law you look under. Or these is the books you need, or you need to go to the SOP and look up this stuff. Now the SOP is something called the Standard Operating Procedure. It's a book like this thick. It's just strictly about how they, how the prison is supposed to treat inmates and how they're supposed to operate legally. Now, you reference to the SOP a lot when it's anything that they doing that they not supposed to be doing. Then you can go look up the laws and then write a grievance on them about it, or whatever the case. Or
that helps shorten your time.
SOP was like every county in Georgia. If you need a clerk of court name for your case, you could go to that. So so I was doing a lot of studying about armed robbery, and I was seeing a lot of things I did wrong in my own case. Like, damn, I played guilty, man. I could have did this, or I could have did that.
Damn.
So
that's a crazy hindsight moment.
Now, one morning, I'm getting ready to go out to the law library, and I just got a feeling that came over me, right? Now, I told y'all before, I'm not trying to proclaim to be some type of psychic or something like that, but man, when it be some funny business going on, I promise you, bro, at least back then, when I was in there, I don't know if maybe because my alert sensors was already up. But whenever it be some funny business going on, somebody getting hurt or something, I promise you, I could feel it. I could almost smell it in the air. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm getting dressed, cause we gotta put on boots, state pants, tuck your shirt in, all that. And you gotta have your ID card clipped to your shirt. So as I'm getting dressed, I'm telling you, man, I feel something come over me. Now, I usually take that ratchet out there with me every day anyway, but it was like I had a metal one and a brass one. The metal one is going to do way more damage because that's more serious. But the brass one, that's going to do damage too, but not as much as the metal one. But the brass one is for whenever they have metal detectors set up outside and they make you walk through it. That don't never go off on the metal detector. So I just feel that feeling like something going on, something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the brass one. So we hit the walk. They called first block. So me and Unc go out there. It's probably like 5 people total that went out there that day. So me and Unc go out there. So, you know, I'm paranoid. I'm looking all around. I'm trying to see what's going on. I don't see nothing strange. Now, we was in D building. So to get to the library, we got to pass the other half of D building. We got to pass E building, and we got to pass F building. It's a few people sprinkled out along the walk, but it's not like just deep, so I don't know why I'm feeling this way. So as we pass E building, everything perfectly fine. We get up to F building, we pass in the first part, I'm like, everything's straight. The second part, dude went to beating on the window. So we looked over. I jumped real quick, grabbed the ratchet, because I'm like, I wasn't even thinking he's on the other side of the dorm. It's just,
and he was already paranoid. He just said, boom, boom. He already getting right.
nerves. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing the beating.
Nigga nerves was already bad.
I jumped real quick and looked over. There was some dudes in there. It was like 3 of them at the window. And one of them linked down to the window that got all the holes in it. And he started screaming out to Unc, telling Unc, F of this, F of that. You need to go to the hole. You need to check into the hole. So Unc go to arguing back with him like, I ain't going to no hole. What you mean?
I'm 62 years old.
You half my age. You ain't putting.
Yeah. Hey, an old nigga gonna be quick to jump on. Man, you half my man. Yo, young ass. But I get it though. That's like, whenever I go back home, my little brother always trying me, bro. He always trying me, you know. And it's just like, bro, you playing with me, man. You disrespect. Like when you a certain age, or when you older and somebody younger than you is trying to put you, say something or try to play with you in a certain way, you be like, nigga, I'm XYZ years older than you. It makes sense why when your mom or your parent, however you grew up, would get so offended when you would get beside yourself. You get beside yourself in any way. They say something and you get back a little bit. That's why they be ready to. Your mama be ready to open fire on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. That's one thing that they be ready to do, and I understand now. Now that I'm older, getting like, man, what? I know you ain't playing with me, man.
Ain't no hole, woo. Nah, did go to the hole the first time by some people half his age. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was just fed up with it. I don't know, but. They pulled out the ratchets, had them all up at the window, telling him go to the hole or they gonna bust him. So, you know, we eventually walk off. So Unc talking about what he gonna do when he catch one of them. So I ain't asked him nothing about it. I ain't said
hell no.
Nah. To the library.
Telling me nothing about that.
And we went and sat down at our little table. We went and got our little paperwork that we needed to study what we were studying, and I asked Unc like, what was that about? What he had going on? And he was like, man, dude that I beat up over a month ago that transferred at a total different prison. I guess he's still feeling some type of way because all these dudes look up to him and he got beat up. So he just want to prove a point like, nah, don't nobody beat up the big homie, I guess type situation. So.
Come on, man. It's just how it's supposed to go, bro. We did the thing. Fucking, I won, and now I did my time in the hole. We supposed to move on. Now y'all pressing a 60-year-old lifer who just was able to get the possibility of parole. We not supposed. Y'all ain't got bigger fish to fry in that motherfucker. Nothing else going on.
Unc was like, I ain't studying him though. I don't care what he talking about.
Right.
So you know, while we was in there, I still was feeling that type of way. You know, ain't nobody in here, but it's a few other people in here studying the law, reading books, whatever they doing, sitting at the table. You got the officer sitting over there in the corner, ain't paying no attention.
Pressing the nigga that go to the library, the old man that go to the library every day, 62, 8 years away from being 70.
Jesus. Computer. Now the officer computer can access the real internet. So I think she was on Facebook doing something. And then you got the orderly over here standing behind the podium. What the orderly does, any questions you got about anything in the library, he like acts as the librarian. And he keeps the SOP behind the podium. And when you want to use it, you got to give him your ID card. So if anything happened to it, they know who got it. The orderly for the library is like a little skinny, nerdy dude. He's living in the best building on compound. You know what I'm saying? Dude, like big old
doing
glasses.
his own time.
Kind of look like a sex offender, to be honest. So we didn't go that next time. So that week after that, we went out to the law library again. That morning, I felt like I knew. I had that same feeling, but I felt like I know for a fact it's either going to get crazy today or it's in the process of getting crazy, because when we walked past DEF building, the same dudes that were talking crazy to they were standing right there in the window, but they didn't say nothing. They just standing there. So I'm like, I already know before the storm, it's quiet before the storm, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I asked Unc, I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You peeping everything, right? So he like, man, I'm not studying them. I'm not studying them. So I'm thinking in my head, these dudes, they got a call out for the next block. They gonna be coming to the law library. So I'm just like, man, dang, I hope they don't, you know what I'm saying? I hope they don't try to do it to Unc. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the law library. Everything seems cool. It's quiet. Everybody doing what they do. Every time somebody come in, I'm jumping, looking. Ain't nobody come in there and do nothing. Unc got up and went over to where the orderly at to get the SOP book. So he gave him his ID card and he got the SOP. And it's like a little shelf right next to the podium where they don't want you to take the SOP with you. You got to sit right there and read it. So Unc like propped it up on there. He was flipping through.
We got one SOP.
It was something that I needed to go ask Unc about whatever it was I was researching about armed robbery. So I went over there and I was talking to him. He didn't look up at me. He was still flipping through the book, but he was talking to me. Now, whenever I'm talking to somebody, especially in prison, I'm never giving them my full undivided attention. I'm constantly, but what you were saying though, you know what I'm saying? Or at least with my peripherals, making sure ain't nothing.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's at all. It's just like, damn, like you caught like, yo, for 9 years, Bill had to go through that. 9 years. The most I ever felt paranoid for a long stretch when I was doing wrong, and I knew the law. Like I knew that I was moving away. That if the law get me, you know what I'm saying. And I knew I was in areas where I knew like if the law's over here, and I'm riding with this, and I'm doing this, I'm serving to this person. Like that was so long ago. That was the last time that I had that mindset. You know what I'm saying? Where I was just sitting here like, and it's such a bad feeling to be paranoid every single day. Like you driving, a car pulled behind you. Is that you pull one way on the street, cop car actually get beside you. You over here making detours, fucking missing exits and stuff like. So that's the last time I felt paranoia. And mind you, that was just to get in trouble. That's like to go in trouble. He in there, and this is not about his life. Like I'm doing this to make sure my life, my life is on the line. This is just like, damn, I'm not trying to go to jail or get no charges. And then this is like I'm doing this so I don't die. It's like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? You were saying though. You know what I'm saying? Or at least with my peripherals, making sure ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm talking to probably like 30 seconds into the conversation, through my peripherals, I see this orderly making like a clutching type of movement. And I thought I was tripping at first because this is a little dude that never talked. He looks like a real geek. Keep his pants pulled all the way up over his stomach like Steve Urkel. Keep some big old glasses on. And he lives in the best dorm on the compound. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying not to be paranoid and think, oh, this dude finna try to do something. But I don't want to be naive either and think this dude won't do something because he's in this prison for a reason. He ain't get locked up for singing in the church. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm talking to out my peripheral, I seen like his hand went down like towards his waist, but that's not the issue. But it's like he like dug a little bit, like he digging into his waistline. So that's when I was like, let me just give him some attention. And when I was looking up, he was pulling his hand up, but I didn't see no ratchet or nothing. But I did see his hand coming up into like a fist. And when I looked up at the man in his eyes, he did exactly like this. Right then and there, I knew something crazy was about to pop up.
What?
He telling me move out the way. So I did move out the way because I don't want to get hit with the ratchet, especially if it's about something that ain't got nothing to do with me. And as soon as I moved out the way, at the same time, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Now, me even alerting him could have put me in a crossfire.
I know, but it just would have been too bogus. Like, nah, hell no. It's just no way. It was just gonna be too bogus. That's crazy. The guy that he said, like, you wouldn't even expect.
But I'm out here with this guy every day talking to him. I can't.
Can't do it. Can't not do that.
So when I was moving out the way real quick, I was like, So he about paranoid too. He jump up.
Already like first order. Sprung into action.
SOP book. He like jumped like this at the same time, and that little dude standing behind that podium, he had a ratchet in his hand, and it was long and it was sharp. He was doing like this, like to was throwing the SOP at him at the same time though. He got like right here. It penetrated pretty good. Instantly, it started coming out. Ended up smacking the podium out the way. By that time, dude had done got off about another 3 good ones.
Ooh!
The officer went to screaming on the radio, calling for help. Managed to, the hand with the ratchet, grab it like this and grab him by his neck with the other hand.
Damn.
And was swinging him around and slammed him out.
Yeah.
Started stomping him while he was on the ground. So I'm standing over here. I'm looking at I want to tell Uncle try to stop him or something, but how can I say that?
Nah, hell nah. Chill. After brothers got stabbed in the face.
Face, this man just hit you all in the face with it. But as I'm sitting here looking at bro, and I'm just looking, I know I'm not tripping. It's like his eyeball is getting bigger. And I'm tripping. I'm like, is his eyeball getting bigger? But what it was, his eyeball wasn't getting bigger. It's that dude had hit him in this area so much. I guess he cracked this, cut this. Man, his eyeball was like, damn it, coming out his eye, bro. Oh, it looked so nasty. I turned my head, bro. I couldn't even look at it. Plus, I knew the police was about to come in there.
Yeah, for the act like I ain't seen nothing.
Pepper sprayed everybody. So when they came, I put my hand behind my back and got down. They pepper sprayed us anyway. Pepper sprayed everybody in there. Even the officers was in there coughing and stuff. And the same lady that called the code, man, when I was laying down, the officer was handcuffing me. I'm coughing, choking, can't barely breathe. I heard that lady scream, "Hurry up and get him to medical. His eye done came out."
Ooh.
Oh, man, I just couldn't even imagine that. But eventually, when I seen Unc later on down the line, he had real deep scarring right here. But he told me his eye did come out. He said all this had broke off all this skin ripped out. He said that I literally
Damn.
out his face. But he told me the dude that he beat up over a month ago got so much pride that he put a hit on Unc. And they paid that dude to do that to Unc. So, you know, man, that's just a story on it can happen anywhere, man. Nobody safe nowhere in there, man.
Damn. That's crazy, man. Shout out Bill, bro. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for y'all. Thank y'all for showing so much love to me, bro. Make sure y'all like this video. Go pull up the Bill video channel and spam all his videos, man. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for y'all. We are gone, man. HD, let's do it.